know this, but you can't wear the body until you beat Dragon Slayer.
The only one I haven't bought yet.
Probably a good call.
Nice.
All right, we are live.
I would.
Now I'm gonna go talk to the staff guy.
Oh God, I can't. I had it open and I started getting double talk, and my brain shut down. Okay, I'm good now.
IRL psychic damage.
It's the best kind. Welcome back to Cape Quest, everyone. With us having inadvertently led a very powerful vampire to the Myrique's hideout last time and accidentally exposing their organization and getting quite a few of them killed, I think it's time that we actually, help them out and try to make up for the harm that we did, whether we meant to or not. Of course, first, there's another town that needs our help, so we're gonna help out the town of Morton with their own brand of undead problems.
Okay.
Okay.
Graham?
Yes?
I'm watching your stream right now, and just keep in mind, before you laugh at me, that I am very, very inexperienced at this game. So I see that you have my bolts in your inventory, and I can't tell if those are two pizzas or if they're rune-related.
Oh, those are two pizzas.
Incredible.
Yeah, so the muddy chest, right,
Mm-hmm.
has more or less guaranteed drops. It drops a mithril bar, a mithril dagger, an assortment of runes, 50 coins, and 2 anchovy pizzas for some reason. Or one anchovy pizza.
Very good.
I do love the bravery of Jagex making the most beneficial pizza and the highest level pizza, pineapple pizza.
Listen. Okay, listen. I actually really like pineapple pizza.
Me too. Look, I love fruit in all its forms. Be that cold fruit, be that hot, mushy, cooked fruit. And you put it on top of pizza and it's delicious.
Sweet and salty go together. Period.
You see, I do agree with that statement. I just don't like fruit.
He's just a psychopath. It's fine.
No.
No, like I...
Really? Wait, Graham, you don't like me?
Hey now, let's not put words in my mouth here.
I mean,
you heard it here first, folks.
No.
I mean,
why does this keep happening?
I guess like what bi people would be like fruit-ish. Like, wait, shit, I'm a LaCroix.
All right, this stream is already a mess. Do love me some of my screamed flavored water.
Apple. Orange.
Hint of pear.
Someone was eating a pear in the next room.
It's a hint of pear, but it's like an adventure game hint.
It's the homeopathic remedy of sparkling water. The more diluted it is, the more flavored it is.
Oh my lord! While we are walking there, does anyone ever pick up weird-looking candy in like convenience stores or stuff like that? Just because like you look at it and you're just morbidly curious.
Yes,
I've been burned by that a few times, so I don't really do that anymore.
Fair. I did that today and ended up with the weirdest thing I've ever liked.
Oh?
Nerds brand candy corn.
I've seen that before, and it was also morbidly curious.
It's actually kind of good. It's like it's the consistency of candy corn with the taste of nerds.
That actually sounds incredible.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds great.
It's
weird, but does sound good.
I'm not someone who hates candy corn. I actually kind of like it.
Listen, people can pry my honey flavored wax from my cold dead hands. I love candy corn.
Candy corn is the kind of thing where like I can eat maybe like 7 or 8 pieces total in one sitting and enjoy it, and then after that it's just awful.
Yeah, I only eat it about once a year, but man, for that once a year, do I love it.
Like, candy corn I can eat a very small bowl of, and anything more than that, it feels like I'm just shoving sugar into my face.
I mean, you basically are.
Yeah.
My other candy hot take is that circus peanuts get an undeserved bad rap.
That's another candy where I'm like, if I eat 4 or 5 of them, like, yay, this is really nice.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, you don't want to eat too many of them, because they do get to be too much. I'm allowed to be wrong. Like I said, it's a candy hot take. Now, the thing that I will fully admit is... the thing that is fully entirely due to my upbringing is stale circus peanuts are actually better than fresh.
I don't actually think I've ever had stale circus peanuts, so...
My dad will not eat them any other way, as far as I know.
Yes, he will open the bag and then walk away, and then come back a week later and eat them.
Yeah. And you know what? He's onto something, because I think it tastes pretty good.
My personal big trash take when it comes to candy that's gone past its prime is that Starburst that has gone past the expiration date is just better hard candy now.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of candy opinions, I also really like trying new candies that show up. Particularly with this weird obsession with every candy company in the world making gummies now. Because
it's very weird.
I am a gummy fanatic, and Graham can attest, my whole life. And a lot of these companies are just bad at it. I will die on the hill that Skittles gummies are kind of trash tier, and I had Starburst gummies the other day, and they were genuinely just bad.
Oh, I just realized we didn't prep.
Yeah, I've had those before.
We didn't prep Alex at all for what we're doing. So, Alex, you remember all those steps we took to find the Myrique in the last quest?
Mm-hmm.
We are running those backwards because that's actually a shortcut through the swamp.
Incredible.
After a long string of hot takes and a casual stroll through the swamp, we make our way to the town of Morton. Something is seriously wrong here. The town is run down and overgrown with dead trees. There are these strange pyres everywhere, and the ruins of a temple to the north of town. Plus, everybody in the village has turned green and is wandering around in a stupor, and there are dozens of aggressive shades just wandering around, picking a fight with any adventurer that happens to get close. Somebody should figure out what's going on here, and if there's a way to fix it. And we're just the people for the job. I would stop to read this entire book, but I'm pretty sure I can sum it up to everything sucks in Morton. Irby Flax was trying to fix it, and almost got there, but not quite. Following the recipe in the diary, we're able to make a bottle of Serum 207, which, when used on the general store owner, temporarily cures him of his affliction. He thinks that the curse of the town has something to do with the shades that are wandering around, so he wants us to kill 5 of them so he can examine their remains and see if he can figure something out.
Oh god, there's just a giant congregation over there.
Yeah, the area is... There are a lot fewer now, I would assume, because there are so many players around killing them, but yeah, normally this area is just lousy with them. Wait, what do you mean I'm already under attack? How? I was fighting that thing!
You're already under attack, though.
This thing literally just walked up and ripped me out of combat with the shade I was fighting.
Pearl-tipped iron crossbow bolts, I guess?
Gotcha. I think you can make yourself an iron crossbow.
Oh yeah, I can, yeah.
Why do the afflicted get priority in combat? How am I supposed to finish this quest if I can't actually fight the shades?
I'm weirdly having a pretty easy time right now.
Yeah, I have lost 2 shades I was fighting because the afflicted decided that they were more important. Like, what is going on, guys?
I feel like I looked away for 2 seconds and half my health was gone.
Yeah, that's... You know how it goes when you're fighting shades.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm going to screech. This is ridiculous. Alright, no.
Three.
No, I know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go up to the temple, even though we're not technically supposed to go over there yet, and I'll fight them where there are literally no afflicted to interfere. With all the shades dead, we go and speak to the local priest, who's overjoyed to hear that we're trying to solve the problem and also wants to take a look at some of the shade remains. In the process, he makes a joke about maybe repairing the old temple, and that might solve the issue, and he doesn't know how right he is. Fortunately for us, we're on the server that's dedicated to the minigame you unlock by finishing this quest, so there are already a couple dozen people at the temple, and it's already fully fixed, so our job should be pretty easy here.
I don't have to wield the Flamitar hammer, right? It's just good being in my inventory.
Yeah, it just needs to be in your inventory.
Just need that 20 sanctity.
Yeah. Honestly, if we had picked this world had been kind of empty, we probably, between the three of us, would have been fine.
I'm just glad to have not had to worry about it.
Same. Because allegedly, if you have even one person with 3 or 4 bracelets and the hammer, you can just solo build the temple. Which is a far cry from how it used to be. Through working at the temple, we're able to build up our sanctity percentage, and once we have enough, we can sanctify some olive oil, turning it into sacred oil, and sanctify the last remaining doses of Serum 207, which turns it into Serum 208, a permanent cure for whatever is going on with the villagers of Morton. Now, you can't clear out the town because most of the villagers just respawn as enemies, but we can use it to make sure that the quest NPCs and the local shop are always available, so that's what we're going to do. Once that's done, we can use some sacred oil-soaked logs to burn the shade remains and report back for a quest complete. Nope, I lost you there. Over here, Alex.
Go follow.
We have
where you're going. I cannot follow.
Oh, did you not?
No, I got coins. I didn't even get a key.
Oh, that sucks. All right, in these wooden doors.
Okay.
No, Dr. Jekyll. It's.
What's going on?
Just run through one of the bronze doors and open the box that corresponds with the color of key you have.
Cool, thank you.
Welcome. Welcome to the rewards for shade burning.
Okay, black dagger and 100 coins. That's not terrible.
No, and you may have noticed it got you access to a room full of higher level shades. If you kill those, they drop better keys that come with better rewards.
Neat.
It is just a really, really cool little minigame that Connor and I have spent way too much time and in-game money on.
Yeah, this area seems pretty cool, honestly.
Yes, and it gets a lot easier to do because the next quest we do unlocks a bank chest very close by. Our next quest begins when we return to the Myrick hideout, or what's left of it anyway. The leader wants to move to a new location so they can continue their fight against the vampires that rule Mauritania. And he thinks that the town of Bergdarat to the south of Morton will do just nicely. Given that we just solved all the problems in Morton, at least as much as we can, we seem like a good fit for the task, so we set off to see what we can discover. But yeah, Connor, for that prayer training, what I'm planning on doing is doing the fishing in the ruins under Ice Mountain.
Oh, gotcha.
So that we can train prayer and fishing at the same time. So I don't know if we want to just take a week to do that. I don't know how long it'll take, but or we can just do that off camera.
Yeah, if it looks like it's not taking a huge amount of time, it might be worth just getting 43 prayer.
That's fair. I actually can do some math.
Because that opens up everything.
Yeah,
Protect from melee is game breaking.
So game breaking, in fact, that a lot of very high level stuff actually does just hit through it, but hits dramatically reduced through it. In fact, in addition to flinching, another higher level skill is prayer flicking.
That's the one I'm genuinely dreading a little bit.
It's happening again.
Rip.
I brought extra food just in
Okay,
case.
it's fine. It actually did not take any extra charges this time. I just was getting the shade noise.
I'm getting the shade noise too, Graham. Don't scare me. Okay, I'm good.
It doesn't matter what food I give them, right?
No, we just need to give them one piece of food so they'll let us in town.
I'm giving them an entire cake.
Same, actually.
It feels
Big
very
old cake.
Marie Antoinette.
Oh, fantastic. It's south of Martin.
I am just going the wrong direction. I thought I could get in. Right. It's been a while.
Did you go to the Barrows by any chance?
Why does that man have a coffin on his back?
So
Yeah,
I
was gonna say, what is that?
I actually ended up looking that up earlier. The coffin allows you to store shade remains. Hello, Florin.
Interesting.
Lauren, sir?
Yeah, the basic one is pretty much not worth using, but the highest level one allows you to store 28, up to 28 remains. So it's effectively having a separate inventory purely for remains.
That's really helpful. So you can have an inventory just about full of logs.
A single cake buys our entrance into the town of Bergdarat, and honestly, it's a terrible place. The entire place is run down and everyone's pale and sickly, this close to the vampire city that they've basically just been drained dry, and they don't really have a lot of hope. In some ways, that makes it perfect as a base for the Myrique, because why would the vampires bother looking right under their own noses? But let's see if we can improve the townspeople's lives a little bit first. I'll tell you what, let me see if I can spot it if I go outside. Oh, it's... So if you go up... Yeah, I see you.
Mhm.
It is just on, like, do you see where the cart is? Right over here.
Oh.
But on the other side of the wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the rubble pile.
Gotcha.
Hey, you're welcome. These aren't where I left you guys. I re-entered the basement and all of my rubble piles had relocated themselves.
Oh no. They're rubble mimics.
Oh no.
Ugh. The worst kind of mimics.
No, I'm still pretty sure the worst kind of mimic would be if Dark Souls ever introduced a bonfire mimic. Which I do remember seeing one mod do. But it was super obvious because it was a bonfire in a place that normally does not have a bonfire in it.
It would be a really funny joke to play on all of the first people running through the game.
It just... the second bonfire you find is a mimic and no other bonfire.
That'd be actually evil. I love it.
Just punish them for playing your game. So, what does he need? He needs snails. Oh my goodness, Connor, we were lied to.
Huh.
We were lied to. I need 3 tinder boxes, 10 snails of any type, and 10 bronze axes.
Look, it's okay. We have the snails.
But yeah, if you talk to him over here, he'll ask for your help in repairing, like getting the general store up and running.
Okay, so up the ladder.
Oh, and I can actually make... Hang on, I just realized I can make this super easy for you. Because I'm on the step to repair the bank, so once I get that repaired, if you need something out of it, I can literally just pull it from the bank and hand it to you.
Perfect. I have patched the wall in the shop.
Yeah, and then if you talk to him again, he'll tell you he needs 3 tinder boxes, 10 bronze axes, and either 10 raw mackerel or 10 snails of any kind.
3 tinder boxes, 10 snails, and 10 bronze axes.
Cool. Perfect. I had 1 spare inventory space, so
Okay.
there you are. I'll trade with you, and I can hand this stuff over. So you actually don't need to run back to Canifus.
Thank you.
And if I'd been thinking about it, we could have done this from the start and made it much easier. Trade offer on your desk whenever you're ready.
I'm here, sorry.
Okay, you have 16 free slots, so I'll hand you the tinder boxes and the axes. And then you can just throw those in the... You can just use those on the crate. And then I can hand you the snails to finish that step off. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I don't know if you saw anything with the summer poll. But you know that country that kept coming up in all those core end quests, Varlamore?
The one that they're going to be adding, because I'm sure that no one is voting no for that? Yes, I am.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that and I was just like, wow, what? You know, like, how timely. Also, it's going to be...
Just like, would you like us to add content to the game? Yes or no?
We're able to repair the general store and the bank with no issues, but unfortunately no good deed goes unpunished, and the smoke from us lighting the furnace gets the attention of an old friend who decides to dispatch one of his henchmen to check out this new town that somehow slipped under his notice and collect as much blood from the people as possible. One day, I swear something we do in this quest line will not backfire in our faces, but today is not that day. Of course, we can't let this involuntary blood drive stand. I mean, it'd be different if the people were doing it of their own free will, but that is a full-on barrel of blood right there, so you know this isn't going well. Unfortunately, we can't really kill the vampires, we can only force them to flee when their health gets low enough. Gadaranx, however, is another story, and he goes down pretty quickly and gives us his hammer.
Is this quest why we have the steel chain body in the first place?
Yes, because we have to outfit somebody for a trip.
And we only need the steel chain body, even though it's giving me 4 things, right?
You can give him the chain body, the plate legs, the silver sickle, and the medium helm. And then also you can give him up to 15 stews. And I highly recommend you give him everything.
Okay, cool. Those are all in the group chest. I already had a steel chain body in my bank, so...
Perfect.
Oh, I need another 7 bronze axes. Hold on a moment.
So Connor, we realized while you were away that we went about this a very silly way.
Oh no.
One of us could have gotten the bank and Morton and then just pulled stuff out of the group chest to hand to everybody else.
Bram was doing that for me because I forgot stuff.
Yeah, so, it's fine.
It's okay.
Alright.
With Bergdarat saved, the next thing that we need to do is escort Ivan, one of the Myrique, to the temple where Drezel lives. Velief wants us to do this because Ivan plans on studying to become a priest, and, you know, it's dangerous out there, so might as well get some escort. So we hand him a bunch of equipment and an egregious amount of stew, and we get on our merry way. If the plot of this quest seems a little disjointed to you, don't worry, that's because it is. It's mostly just setting up for the next quest in line, which we'll get to eventually.
These vampire juvenites are actually hitting.
Yeah, also thank you, Connor, for making the stew. It is, like, the only thing keeping him alive.
Oh good, I'm glad.
Yeah, he's burned through 9 of them so far.
Wait, Stu, what?
Did you remember to give him the 15 stew?
No one told me to!
And then also you can give him up to 15 stews. Depending on how things go, it might not matter. You can't fail the quest, so, like, if you end up bailing out halfway, which I've done many times, yeah, you can just give him the 15 stew that's in the group chest, and he'll heal himself with it through the fight. And if it's not necessary, just throw it in your bank. You have 15 extra stew. After making it to Drezel, we hear the story of the Sleeping Seven, the warriors who stood against the vampires when they first rose to power. Ivandis was one of these warriors and apparently had a weapon that was very strong against vampires, something that would be very useful for the Myrique of today. Well, following the details left in a book we found in Dressel's personal library, we're able to piece together a recreation of the weapon, which we can take to Velief for a quest complete. And that's where we're going to end things for today. The next time we check in with the Myrique and the vampires, we're going to be taking the fight to the vampire city itself, so I'm very excited for that. But be sure to tune in next time when we go off on a globe-trotting adventure that's also part police procedural. As always, you can catch us live every Monday at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time on my Twitch channel, link down in the description, and be sure to subscribe so you can get notified of these as they go out. Anyway, thank you again so much for watching this video. I hope you had as much fun watching it as I did with making it, and I will catch you in the next one.